UPS just delivered an express envelope, and you know what that means. Inside of this first class envelope is a metal credit card. Hey everyone, it's Mark. I'm here to help you put more money in your pocket through credit cards and smart financial habits. If that sounds good to you, then do me a quick favor and click on the like and subscribe button down below. Also check out the links down below in the description area to apply for a new credit card and to get 2 free stocks from Webull when you open a new account and deposit $100 onto your brokerage account. I'd love to know which 2 free stocks you get. Now the first version of the US Bank Altitude Reserve card came in this fancy box, and when you open that fancy box, you got to see a very fancy card. And by simply pulling on the fancy ribbon, you release the fancy card. Here it is. It was a very sleek looking card, had a nice like arrow or mountain design kind of there on the front. All the main information for the account number, all that stuff, the expiration was on the back of the card. It is a metal card as well. You can see the metal strip like in between the 2 pieces there. So of course it also has a nice sound when you drop it onto the floor. However, US Bank gave this card an all new design plus some additional benefits. So we are going to resume the rest of this unboxing video and then go into a full in-depth review of the card so that we'll be able to understand the perks, benefits, rewards, and whether or not they will benefit you if you were to have this card in your wallet. And we'll now resume with a very tiny spatula. That didn't go quite as expected, but it worked. Okay, let's see what this new card now looks like. Sticky notes, of course, to cover up the card information and my mail-in address. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Well, it's barely hanging on there by a super thin piece of glue. There's the glue. Plus 1 more round of sticky notes to cover up my card information. And here's the all new card design. It is now oriented actually vertically, so I'll hold it like this, where it says US Bank there. It might be a little bit hard to see. Hopefully the light catches it. The back of the card is oriented horizontally, and there's still the metal strip there if the light catches that as well, so it's still a metal card. The old design feels a little bit heavier. I'll have to actually go weigh these at some point and let you all know. Here are the 2 side by side for you to see here. Still a very sleek card. Here are the reverse, and the new design over here is a bit lighter in color on the back. Now let's do a drop test. Old card, new card. Still a good sound. And there are both cards prominently displayed side by side for you to see for the rest of the video. Now let's get into the details about this card. The welcome bonus as of March 2021 is 50,000 points after you spend $4,500 in the first 90 days of card membership. The value of that bonus is $500 to $750 depending on how you redeem your points. Now, earning those points over the long term is very, very strong. You'll get 5 points per dollar at hotels when they are prepaid and booked in the Altitude Rewards Center. Also 5 points per dollar on car rentals booked the same way, prepaid in the portal. That's followed by triple points on travel, triple on dining through the end of June 30th, 2021, unless they change or extend that date. It is a temporary benefit, by the way. Then triple points on all mobile wallet transactions and 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. The annual fee on this card is $400. Redeeming your points gives you a lot of different ways to do so, but the main 3 are displayed here on the screen. If you choose travel via the Altitude Rewards portal, you'll get 1.5 cents per point. That makes your 50,000 point welcome bonus worth $750 toward travel. Cashback will be 1 cent per point, making your 50,000 points worth $500 of cash. And gift cards have the same valuation at 1 cent per point, making your 50,000 points also worth $500. Now, while you'll normally redeem your points through the rewards portal in your US Bank online account, there's actually a small nuance here that allows you to redeem your rewards right on your smartphone. So let me go over a couple of the redemption methods. That way it'll make a lot more sense if you decide to get this card and you'll know what to do. Method number 1 involves redeeming your points for travel via the portal. You can use your points during the actual booking process for flights, hotels, etc., and that's where you'll get the 1.5 cent per point valuation. The minimum amount of points you need in your account to do a travel portal redemption is 1,000 points worth $15. Method number 2 is the cashback approach. This gives you a statement credit, or you can deposit into a US bank checking or savings account. You must redeem for cashback in increments of 5,000 points, meaning you can redeem for 5,000 points, 10,000 points, 15,000 points, etc. There are no intermediate intervals that you can select manually. Redeeming for cashback allows your points to be worth 1 cent each, and the minimum amount of points you must have in your account to do this redemption is 5,000 points, worth $50. Lastly, we have method number 3, which is pretty cool and unique to US Bank. It's called real-time rewards, and this allows you to redeem instantly via text message right after you make your purchase. All of this is done from your smartphone via text, so let's say you make a purchase for a flight or you go to the grocery store, you'll get an automated text message saying, would you like to redeem X amount of points to cover your transaction? You can respond back by saying yes or no, and if you choose yes, then your points will be instantly redeemed and you'll see the statement credit on that next bill. Using real-time rewards for a travel purchase still gives you the 1.5 cent per point value, and your purchase must have been made directly with the airlines, hotels, car rental companies, taxis, limousines, passenger trains, or cruise lines. It's possible this list could involve more types of travel, but this is what US Bank specifically spells out in their terms and conditions right now. The minimum purchase amount for a car rental to be reimbursed via real-time rewards is $250, and the minimum purchase amount for lodging, like hotels for example, must be $500 or more. And just to clarify that, if you redeem your points for travel with the normal portal online, you don't have these $250 or $500 restrictions. Those only apply for using real-time rewards for those types of travel purchases. Then, when redeeming your points via real-time rewards for other types of purchases that are not travel, you'll get 1 cent per point, and that does exclude gas station and restaurant purchases, at least for the making of this video. So with all that new knowledge in your heads, let's go ahead and take a look at this table that I created to show the percent return this card can offer you in the different rewards categories based on the value of your points. On the far left-hand side of your screen, you see the point multiplier, namely the 5-point, 3-point, and 1-point per dollar categories. Then to the right of that, the actual categories themselves. So hotels, rental cars, travel, dining, mobile wallet, and everything else. And then to the right of that, I have the actual percent return in cashback terms. So for the 5-point per dollar categories, that's like earning 5% cashback on prepaid hotels and rental cars. The triple point categories have an equivalent of 3% cashback, and 1 point per dollar is equal to 1% cashback. But if you decide to redeem for travel, you get 50% more value because your points are now worth 1.5 cents each. That means your equivalent return will actually be 7.5% for hotels and rental cars, 4.5% for travel, dining, and mobile wallet transactions, and 1.5% on everything else. And you'll notice that I put the line for mobile wallet transactions in yellow font because that is truly the standout category of all of the ones that are featured here on the screen. And if you'd like to understand why earning triple points on all mobile wallet transactions is so magical, check this out. This means you can be earning triple points on grocery or supermarket purchases, restaurants where you self-pay, gas stations, pharmacies or drugstores, department stores, online purchases, and a whole lot more. This works when you add your US Bank Altitude Reserve card to Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, or LG Pay, and then using your phone to pay. The reason why this is so amazing is because most credit cards have locked in or set categories. For example, you might earn triple points or 3% cash back on dining or just supermarkets or just department stores, but this card has mobile wallets as an actual earning category. So no matter where you go, as long as mobile wallet payments are accepted, you could be earning triple points on everything, which equals 3% cashback on everything, or 4.5% cashback toward travel on everything. Now let's check out the perks and benefits of this card because you've got to justify a $400 annual fee somehow. It all begins with annual credits up to $325 per year. You'll get reimbursed automatically for travel and dining purchases. These credits will be applied within 2 to 3 business days after the purchases post to your account. And that's new as of the making of this video in March 2021. This used to be a travel credit only, but now US Bank has actually expanded it to reimburse you for dining purchases without raising the annual fee. Well done, US Bank. There's also a TSA PreCheck or Global Entry credit. This will cover your application fee every 4 years for either of these programs. You'll get reimbursed up to $85 for a TSA PreCheck or $100 for Global Entry. Next, you'll receive airport lounge access via a complimentary 12-month Priority Pass membership. And as long as you keep your card active and pay the annual fee every year, your Priority Pass membership will also automatically renew every year. Then there's complimentary in-flight Wi-Fi through GoGo. You'll get 12 GoGo in-flight Wi-Fi passes passes every year. And then with Silver Card, you can save up to 30% without any location, date, or class restrictions. And lastly, there are no foreign transaction fees on this card. On top of all the perks we just went over, there are some additional Visa Infinite benefits, including concierge service, Visa Infinite Luxury Hotel Collection, and then a variety of other perks for food and wine, golf, hotels, private jets, and more. I'll put the link directly to this page below in the description area if you'd like to read about these benefits in more detail. For insurance and protections on this card, you have a nice long list of coverages, including auto rental collision damage waiver, that is primary coverage by the way, lost luggage reimbursement, roadside dispatch, travel accident insurance, travel and emergency assistance, trip cancellation and interruption insurance, trip delay reimbursement starting at 6 hours after your delay, emergency evacuation and transportation / repatriation of remains, shopping protection, personal identity theft protection, emergency services, and zero liability, and more. So as you can see, this card is loaded with tons of potential to earn a lot of rewards, perks, benefits, coverages, protections, insurance, all that type of stuff. Again, I'll put links to some of those benefits in the description below in case you'd like to read more about them. But at this point, despite all the hype around this card, there's still that $450 annual fee that only makes sense if you can use these benefits to your advantage. So for that reason, I'm going to help you determine if this card should be in your wallet or not. You'll definitely want to consider this card if you travel at least one time every year, if you pay via mobile wallet, if you want simple rewards with strong value, and if you want one card to cover a lot. That said, you probably don't want to get this card if you don't travel at least one time every year, if you don't use mobile wallets to pay for goods and services, if you want massive point value to pay for long-haul international flights in first or business class, if you want transfer partners to make those types of international flights possible, and if you don't have a pre-existing US Bank relationship, because that is required to apply for this card. And lastly, one good thing to know is that US Bank made another positive change to this card, and that is there are no longer any additional fees for authorized users. That used to be $75 per year per user, but you won't have to worry about that again going forward. So as far as premium credit cards go, I'd say this is one of the best ones on the market today, because there is only a $400 annual fee, which is much lower than all of the other super premium cards. There are no additional fees for authorized users. There's incredible potential to earn a massive amount of rewards with this card, with those 5X categories, plus the triple points on all mobile wallet transactions, which can pretty much apply to almost any business these days. And then include the ability to earn up to $325 back per year from your annual fee on travel and dining expenses, plus the insurances and protections, and the list goes on and on and on. But of course, make sure that it fits into your spending habits and lifestyle before applying. So with all that said, if you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit others, then please help me get it in front of more people by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications. Then check out the description area down below to apply for a new credit card and to get 2 free stocks from Webull when you open a brand new account and deposit $100 onto your brokerage account. I'd love to know which 2 free stocks you get. And lastly, I'd love to know your thoughts about the US Bank Altitude Reserve Card. Do you like it? Do you not? And why? Tell me down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope it brought you some great value. I'll see you again in future videos. And until then, remember, you are great. All right, moment of truth. Old card design, 18 grams. New card design, 15 grams. Big difference.